Hello, welcome once again to travel, to this international studies conversation. Today, the text is from the textbook Crossing Borders, and the chapter is called Connecting to the World. So we're going to discuss again how to travel, opportunities, different organizations, international careers, opportunities to study abroad, to do internships abroad, etc. The first option they provide is very interesting because it's a sort of study abroad, but study abroad in country. It's opportunities to work for organizations or companies that kind of have an international mission. I think of World Relief, for instance. I volunteered for World Relief when I was in Nashville, and I essentially helped a Vietnamese family. I was teaching them English, but I was also helping them with different aspects of adapting to the culture, things like getting a driver's license, showing them how to go to the store, the types of products that are available, cultural things that we might take for granted. And this is a great way to get involved right away without traveling abroad. I worked for another organization called Kaleidoscope. They might have changed their name as of late, but this was in Syracuse, and it was the same thing. It was a refugee service. I, again, taught English. I was in charge of the curriculum, but we also had lessons or had classes geared towards citizenship. What are some of the questions that you get asked in the citizenship test? I volunteered for another company, Bridge Services in Knoxville, same thing. And here I taught two Somali brothers who had just arrived, didn't speak very much English. And same thing, I kind of just helped them adapt, took them to the store. This is where you go. This is how you do things, etc. So these are great ways that you can get involved right away wherever you are. Look for those opportunities. The text gets into international careers as well. And there's sort of two different tracks. Of course, you can go the government track and you can go the kind of nonprofit NGO track. If you go with the government, there's a great program called Foreign Service Officers, FSO. These are the diplomats around the world. In another life, I may have chosen this path, but you spend 2 to 3 years in a country and then they send you somewhere else. So you have to have a lot of flexibility. You have to adapt really quickly, and that goes well with my personality. I think I would have enjoyed it. It may be a little bit difficult with children, but children also adapt easily. I've mentioned graduate programs all around the world. There's also TESOL, Teaching English to Speakers of Other Languages. TEFL, TESOL, it has a number of different combinations, but there are many opportunities to travel the world teaching English. This is the method the path that I took. After I graduated, I got a certificate, a Teaching English as a Second Language certificate from Oxford Seminars, and then I ended up living again in Spain, teaching English for almost 2 years. I spent a summer in South Korea teaching English, and then I lived for just under 2 years in Taiwan teaching English. Speaking of TESOL, George Fox University recently approved or passed its own certificate. So we have our own Teaching English to Speakers of Other Languages certificate, and it consists of 3 classes: Lang 350, Introduction to TESOL, taught by me; Lang 340, General and Cultural Linguistics; and then one more class. It can be RIT 210 or RIT 200, and these are more the sort of grammar classes that with some of the background that you might need to teach English.